How to become a more charismatic leader. Do you remember the last time you talked to or watched an influencer or somebody that was in a position of power and they just were intriguing? They made you feel special, or they resonate with you on a deep level that made you want to connect with them and know more. This is what a charismatic leader looks like and feel like, and this is something that you have within you. The cool part is everybody has this level of charismatic leadership within them. You just have to step into it. This is something I help men with on a day-to-day basis in my coaching program. If you guys do want to obviously get into that or figure that out, you guys can go ahead and click the link in my description. But the first thing I realized with being a charismatic leader, it's good or bad. Like if you watch if you see like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King Jr., they speak with conviction. They speak from a level of passion, and they speak from a space of experience. You know what I mean? Like life's all about experience. You need to put yourself out there. You need to experience things and be glad that you're going through any situations, because this plays a part in your charisma. Even the bad influence, like rappers, like a King Von, how everybody is like and was intrigued with his Crazy Story song. It was not the fact that it was just because it was gang violence and negativity, something that people also thrive off of, but it was the emotions and like the rawness that he put in his song and his music. He actually did what he rapped about. And I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. Like the music or the artist's music that's the most influential, that people really resonate with, are the rappers that really rap about what they live. Like the rappers that are generally doing the shit that they're talking about in the music, those rappers tend to their music do really well because they're speaking from experiences, real life. Like King Von was talking about how he was dead ass at a certain location and did this, and like Martin Luther King Jr. spoke from their chest, spoke from his solar plexus. I'm gonna show you how great I am. Like, he genuinely wanted to be great, and when you see that these big leaders, not all of them are good. I'm not, like I said, there's good and bad charismatic leaders, but charisma overall is the ability to have an influence over somebody and make them feel something that they don't usually feel on a day-to-day basis. It triggers that dopamine, the same dopamine you get when someone says your name. But the first thing you do to become a more charismatic leader is embody your energy. Embody the energy you want others to mirror. So the same way you want other people to make you feel and make you feel special and make you feel seen, you need to embody that energy so people can mirror it. When you care about what people are saying and you're actually invested into what they're saying and you actually try to get to know them or use their name in conversation, this makes people feel something. Because people, like I said, they might forget about what you said, they might forget how you look, they'll never forget how you made them feel. When you're like insecure and hesitant in your conversations, you're not speaking with conviction and confidence, people will not want to be around you, people won't trust your leadership, people will not want to follow behind you. And this is what I teach about men in my coaching program with my subconscious mind reprogramming blueprint that I have for a segment in my coaching. You really have to step into the subconscious part of being that strong leader. Subconscious, you have to know you're that man. And that comes from competence with doing good things in your life, following your purpose, going to the gym, showing up for yourself, and actually keeping the word with yourself. This always starts with discipline. I know my favorite practice was sexual transmutation, which is semen retention. If you can do semen retention as a man, that's when you really become a competent man, when you can conquer your lust. The second thing you can do to become a more charismatic leader is you want to speak to people's futures, not just the present. When you can actually build an image and paint a picture in people's mind of where they can go and their potential, this really helps people believe in you, because you're speaking life into someone. You can see their greatness. This is something that I am really good at, and I know this is how I really got really good at with my influence, because I became consciously aware of me doing this. I did this unconsciously for a while because I'm genuinely curious in people. I'm genuinely passionate about helping people, especially men step into their 2.0 version of themselves, because I remember I used to be a version of myself. I didn't have anyone to speak life into me. I didn't have the best father figure, so I had to learn how to be a good man and a good leader. So I learned through my own experiences, my own failures. I failed a lot, bro. Like, I'm not a perfect person at all, but I've learned from the shit I've been through. Touch that hot damn stove, because the only way my ass learn, I have a hard fucking head. And I'll tell you, from people I've coached, I've been in the sales I've ran sales teams, I've worked at businesses where I had to be a leader. I'm in a leadership position right now, the job I work at. And one thing I noticed is when I speak life to people for the future and not the present, that's when I know they are the most comprehensive to what I'm saying to them. So I'm not speaking at them, I'm speaking through them, and I'm speaking life into them. Something I like to call build, break, build, right? So I'm gonna build them up like, hey, you're doing this really well. I like how you got this going on. But then I break them down by just, hey, but we need to improve this. We gotta do this better. You are lacking in this area, and this is really bad. And you build them back up. But hey, man, like I said, you're doing really there here, and I like that you're doing this to do, right? This is a form and a structure of how to really be a charismatic leader. And what I mean by this is, bro, you have to be able to connect with people, but build a vision so that way they want to listen to you. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, you can have the best intention at heart, but like I said, everything is marketing and sales. I'll be honest with you, everything is about how you present yourself, how you show up in situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain shit at the store you won't buy because the marketing is just not good. And that's just the world we live in, bro. And how you show up in situations and relationships and shit plays a huge part. You could be someone's soulmate, but if your ass got on a bummy ass fit and you really rich, hey, that's not that. Maybe, hey, they may not even bat you an eye. But let's be honest, bro. We live in a world where everything is off of the first impression, everything, and that's a little off the chin. But you get what I'm trying to say here, bro. Charismatic and charisma is all about that energy. It's about how you make feel, and if you can make feel something, and you can be a person of influence, you can allow yourself to be who you are. This is what will make you a truly charismatic leader. Do not be afraid to be the 2.0 version of yourself. Like I said, I coach me. If you guys want to coach me, bro, comment down below, coach. But allow yourself to be a charismatic leader. Allow yourself to, don't be afraid to speak your truth, speak your opinion, but also relate with that person. Speak life in people, especially if you have the gift of discernment, you have the gift of intuition, you have the gift gift of provision. You can see the greatness and potential in people. You might have got hurt in the past, you know, being in the wrong relationships. You try to speak life to the wrong people, and that should get you. It got me burned. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spoke life to the wrong people. They might have took that information and ran with it, and some people might just take that energy and not give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to just feed life into just anybody. You want to be a charismatic leader for the people that actually want to listen to you, the people that actually see the greatness in you. You reciprocate the energy back to them. Because I used to have a problem with that. I had really, really bad people pleasing tendencies where, bro, I'm speaking life into people in relationships or friendships, and I'm not getting that same energy back. So I'm drained, you know? So now I'm pouring into their cup and not pouring in mine. That's a very unhealthy relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic or a business relationship. It goes hand in hand, man. You always want to transactional, you know? I'm not saying that every relationship has to be transactional, but the world we live in, if you're a valuable person, it's value plus value. You know what I'm saying? You don't just give value and don't get nothing back. That's not a healthy relationship. That's not how this shit goes. You know what I'm saying? But man, like I said, speak to people's futures, not their present, and watch how your influence becomes more effective with this individual, and they actually want to invest in you. They actually want to connect because they see that you genuinely care about where they're going. And the third one, and I use this one a lot because I feel like this is what helped me connect with like my mentors and people that I've connected with that helped me get to another level in my life. Use your vulnerability as magnetism. One of the most important things, one of the most effective things you can do is be a very relatable motherfucker. Like, personally, like, you know, I cuss or I'll wear a bonnet or I'll just be in my room recording. This is very vulnerable. This is very, like, you know, I'm not afraid to be and show my authentic self. Like, authenticity is what you guys are attracted to. Is why you guys watch my channel. It's very raw and it's not too professional, and I'm not like all uptight. Like, bro, I don't care to cuss. I have tattoos. I wear a bonnet. I'm not afraid to be myself. This is what makes me more charismatic, because when you show your vulnerability, but you show where you've grown from a level of power. So you're not just being vulnerable. Like for example, I used to smoke hella weed. I used to be addicted to marijuana. I used to be addicted to nicotine, right? I couldn't eat or sleep without smoking weed. I got skinny as hell. I used to vape hella. Like, I'm talking about, I had, man, gum mint was my favorite flavor vape. You know what I'm saying? You don't need vape. Breathe air. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it was bad, gang. Like, I was doing too much, and it was affecting me mentally. And me being vulnerable and showing you that is allowing you guys to let your guard down, to be like, oh, man, you know what? Maybe my life ain't too bad, man. I feel the same way. Maybe I can get out this rut that I'm in. Now that puts us in a level of connection where I can show you, hey, I came from here. Now I'm here. Now let's do this. You know, my story and my testimony has helped a lot of people trust my leadership to get them to where they need to be. You know, my clients' lives have changed over the past 90 days simply because they trusted my leadership. They seen where I was, and I shared my vulnerability, my authenticity. Now they're growing. And like I said, I have a specific thing in my Chosen One Activation Blueprint coaching where it shifts something within you that like helps you see your greatness, and you narrow it down, you solidify it, and you grow from it, man. And this is why I say you are a charismatic leader. You already have this energy within yourself. You have to allow it to come out. Sometimes the only thing holding you back is just the stories you keep telling yourself, the stories of people, what they try to put on you growing up, man, the perceptions of the family, your friends. Bro, you gotta let that shit go, gang, because if you move to a whole different state, a whole different country, you're gonna forget about all this shit, and you're gonna be who you naturally are. You're only living out of the narrative of what everyone else puts on you, what they see. And when you don't know who you are, the world will tell you who you are. And understand you are a very powerful person. If you already made it this far in the video, hit the like, subscribe button. Understand you are a very, very powerful and influential person. Now, being a charismatic leader, this means that you are somebody who is going to change the world. You're a revolutionary. You've been through a lot of life challenges. You probably always thought outside the box. You always known you were destined for more. Maybe you just didn't know how or where or when it was going to happen. You probably, oh man, I thought I was going to go to the NFL. I thought I was going to be in the NBA. But then now my mind's over here. I want to do something else. Allow yourself to step into this passion. That I specifically help men between the ages of 18 and 30 step into their calling. Let go of this old version of yourself, the unconfident, the unsure, the overthinking, and step into the power, the self-assured, the magnetic, the charismatic leader version of yourself. Disciplined, authentic, the one that shows up for themselves when they say they're gonna show up. You don't second guess. You don't sacrifice your needs and boundaries for other people. You stop people pleasing. That's the version of you that you need to step into. That's a version. That's how powerful you are, gang. I know it, bro, because I used to be a mark ass dude. I should be a square. I was a square because I was not stepping to my potential. I was playing life safe, bro. And I learned this from the book, The Way of the Superior Man. Live at your edge. A lot of men are not penetrating the world like they penetrate their women, bro. You know what I'm saying? You should penetrate the world the same way you penetrate your woman. Erect. I know it sounds crazy, but for real though, why are you half-assed in the world? Because how you do anything is doing how you do everything, man. If this sounds like you and this resonated, gang, you already know what to do. Link in my description. Book a coach call. Let's even see if you are somebody I could potentially work with, because I can't help everybody. I can only help individuals that are ambitious and actually genuinely change their life. If you are somebody that's selling something you want to do, click the link in my description or comment down below, coach. Other than that, man, y'all have a blessed day. Step into your power. You are a leader. You're a charismatic leader. Let that shit come out. You a dog. See y'all later.